Cal Ripken Jr.'s story is a home run. From a young kid in Maryland with baseball in his blood to a legendary Baltimore Oriole, this guy's career was one for the books. But did you know about the wild rumors involving him and actor Kevin Costner? He's finally speaking the truth, and you need to hear about it. Cal Ripken Jr. was born in Maryland and spent his childhood traveling across the United States. This was because his dad, Cal Sr., was a player and coach for the Orioles. After his time at Aberdeen High School, Ripken Jr. was drafted by the Orioles in the second round of the 1978 MLB draft. He made it to the major leagues in 1981. Ripken Jr. made his debut on August 10th, coming in as a pinch runner for Ken Singleton in the 12th inning of a game against the Kansas City Royals. He scored the winning run on a hit by John Lowenstein, securing the victory for the Orioles. In 1982, Ripken took over as the Orioles' third baseman after the team traded Doug DeCinces before the season began. That year, Ripken hit 28 home runs and won the American League Rookie of the Year award. With Ripken's help, the Orioles were until they lost to the Milwaukee Brewers on the final day of the season. 83 then became his lucky number. Why? Well, here's the reason. In 1983, Ripken Jr. took his game to the next level, having one of the best seasons of his career. He played exceptionally well all year, earning the first of his 19 All-Star selections. By the end of the season, Ripken was named the American League Most Valuable Player, thanks to his impressive .318 batting average and 27 home runs. This achievement was especially remarkable because Ripken became the first player in MLB history to win both the Rookie of the Year and MVP awards in back-to-back seasons. It was clear that Ripken was quickly becoming one of the best players in baseball. In 1983, Ripken Jr. reached another milestone by making the playoffs for the first time as the Orioles won the AL East. The Orioles went on to defeat the White Sox in the ALCS and then triumphed over the Philadelphia Phillies in the 1983 World Series, winning 4-1. Before the 1984 season, Ripken signed a significant contract extension, agreeing to a 4-year deal worth about $1 million a year, the largest contract the Orioles had ever given to a player his age. He continued to shine, earning another spot in the All-Star game. Although he didn't win a Gold Glove that year, he set an impressive AL record with 583 assists, further proving his defensive prowess. Ripken's career was clearly on an upward trajectory, and he was quickly becoming a cornerstone for the Orioles. Things were going great for him, until everything went south and he couldn't recover fully from it. The dark secret between Ripken and Kevin Costner came out, and that changed everything. But before diving into it, make sure to subscribe if you already haven't, because who would want to miss such content? The truth of the matter is, on August 14, 1997, a scheduled game between the Orioles and the Mariners was delayed because the lights wouldn't turn on. It was reported that the situation came about from a technical failure. But was that really the truth? Rumors circulated that the lights didn't fail by accident, but were intentionally turned off. Some believe it was a cover-up story, but for what? This is where the conspiracy theory involving Kevin and Cal Ripken Jr. began to surface. According to the story, Ripken's wife and Kevin Costner were allegedly found together in bed. This led to a physical altercation between Cal and Kevin. The theory suggests that Kevin was injured during the fight, which prevented him from attending the game. Another reason the story gained traction is because places like Camden Yards usually have backup plans, so a power outage wouldn't normally cause such a major disruption. Whatever the truth might be, Ripken is a legend, and you can't deny that. Beyond these small controversies and rumors, his life was full of amazing achievements, and you can't miss them. In 1985, Ripken Jr.'s famous streak of consecutive games played was almost cut short. During the second game of the season against the Texas Rangers, Ripken sprained his ankle while fielding. Despite the injury, he finished the game. Afterward, Dr. Charles Silverstein advised him to rest for 24 hours. Fortunately, the Orioles had an off day following that game, allowing Ripken to recover and return to the field for their next match. Ripken went on to have a solid year, finishing the season with a .282 batting average, 26 home runs, and 110 RBIs. He also showcased his defensive skills, leading the league with 123 double plays and 286 putouts. Ripken's determination and resilience were evident, as he continued to perform at a high level despite his early season setback. In June 1986, Ripken Jr. had a 17-game hitting streak. Despite his efforts, it was a tough season for the Orioles, who finished last in the standings for the first time since moving to Baltimore. In the 1988 season, Ripken Jr. signed a 3-year contract with an option for a 4th year, which kept him from becoming a free agent at the end of the season. On August 2, 1989, he and his brother Billy combined for 7 hits against the Boston Red Sox, with Cal Jr. delivering the game-winning hit late in the game. In 1990, Ripken struggled offensively, batting only .209 through his first 59 games. Despite this slump, he continued to impress both players and fans with his exceptional fielding. On June 12th, he broke Mark Belanger's Baltimore record for the most consecutive errorless chances by a shortstop. At this point, the awards started pouring in. In 1991, Ripken Jr. had an incredible season. He won his 2nd AL MVP award, his first Gold Glove award, and was named the MVP of the All-Star Game. He also won the Gatorade Home Run Derby, the Silver Slugger Award, the AP Player of the Year Award, and the Sporting News Player of the Year Award. The only other player in MLB history to win all those awards in the same season, except for the Home Run Derby, was Maury Wills in 1962. Ripken then made history, but this time with money. In the 1992 season, Ripken Jr. and the Orioles were negotiating a new contract. Ripken went through several batting slumps during the season. On August 22nd, he signed a 5-year, $30.5 million contract, making it the largest in baseball history at the time. His slump carried over into the start of the 1993 season, but he managed to break out of it in May by adopting a taller batting stance. Despite his struggles early in the season, Ripken faced criticism from some who questioned his decision to play every day. By the time the 1994-95 Major League Baseball strike halted the season, Ripken had played 112 games, hitting .315 with 13 home runs and 75 RBIs. In the 1996 season, Ripken Jr. started off slow, but he picked up his game as the season progressed. Ripken broke the world record for consecutive games played by appearing in his 2,216th game. The previous record was held by Sachio Kinugasa of Japan. In 1997, the Orioles brought in free agent shortstop Mike Bordick from the Oakland Athletics and permanently moved Ripken back to third base. In 1998, Ripken hit .271 with 14 home runs and 61 RBIs. On September 20th, before the Orioles' last home game of the season against the Yankees, Ripken made the decision to end his streak at 2,632 consecutive games played, surpassing Gehrig's previous record by 502 games. Then, a great loss then came his way. In 1999, Ripken had the best batting average of his career, hitting .340. Despite starting and ending the season with injuries and coping with the recent loss of his father and former coach, Cal Ripken Sr., Ripken managed to hit 18 home runs in 332 at-bats. Unfortunately, his 1999 season was cut short due to injury when he was just 9 hits away from joining the 3,000 hit club. Ripken achieved this milestone early in the 2000 season during a game against the Twins at the Metrodome on April 15th. In June 2001, Ripken declared that he would retire after the season ended. He was chosen as the starting third baseman for the All-Star Game at Seattle's Safeco Field on July 10, 2001. In the end, Cal Ripken Jr.'s baseball journey is like something out of a sports movie, starting right in his hometown of Maryland, where baseball was practically in his DNA. His dad, Cal Sr., paved the way in the Orioles, and young Ripken followed suit. Drafted in '78, he didn't waste time, debuting in '81 with a game-changing pinch-running play that clinched a win against the Royals. But '83 was his golden year. MVP status, Rookie of the Year before that, it was clear Ripken was destined for greatness. He even led the Orioles to their last World Series victory that same year, sealing his spot as a Baltimore legend. Sure, there were bumps, like those crazy rumors about him and Kevin Costner, but Ripken's focus never wavered. His streak of 2,632 consecutive games, that's superhero stuff in baseball terms. He wasn't just playing, he was defining resilience and dedication. Do comment telling us who you want us to talk about next. We will see you soon.